Welcome back to Themed Journals. My name is April. Okay, sorry that today's video is late getting up. Long story, and I won't bore you with it. But I just want to show you what I've been doing offline. So this is one of them. Just black and white checks. Then I've got a Alice in Wonderland picture in the center and black and white checks around it. Then I've got Cheshire Cat on both sides of this one with black and white checks around it. I haven't gotten around to sewing anything. So I got a bunch of paper that's called Alice Illusions. And so it's an illusion of Alice in Wonderland. Not really Alice in Wonderland, but, you know, the illusion of it. And so I've got paper here, 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 and here with black checks around. And then I did the same for this side, but a different color. I love it. I love the stairwell. All right. And then we worked on this one together. So now it's dried. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah. All right. And this is another one that I put together with just the check down the middle and on the bottom of the front and back. But I used the wrong glue for it and I got it all wrinkly. So anyway, I'll probably keep this one. I usually keep one for my collection, you know, of examples that I've made. And I'll probably keep this one since it's ugly and wrinkly. Anyway, then I did this one, which is one of the ones, the checkered one that we did together. And you can see it's a different type of white that I used here, front and back. So I've got two more to do, and I have a couple more ideas for this. And so why don't we begin? I hope you are doing well and having fun in your craft rooms. I don't know why I thought I'd use a lot of black and white up for this project, but anyway, that's funny. Sometimes I amuse myself. All right, so we're going to choose out some papers. Let me just make sure you can see. Yeah, okay, cool. And then we'll work on the papers. All right, so I like this Cheshire Cat. Oh, look at that. One side's got the pictures and the other side not so much. Okay, so that means that I have to get out my, oh, don't do that. I've got this big thing out. Put that over there. All right, let me put you guys on pause. I'm having a difficult morning. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so in order to just get paper that is specifically for Alice in Wonderland, we're going to have to cut some pages up. All right, so these two pages, it looks like, are on the left side this time. All right. All right, let's see here. I don't know if I like those heavy people, but anyway, all right. And I don't know if I like that one at all. Let's put this in the back of the heap. Aren't these rabbits cute? Okay, we'll definitely keep that one. Ooh, the Cheshire Cat. Nice. Oops. Oops. All right, I didn't press down hard enough when I went to do this cut. All right, the Queen of Hearts is thrown. I actually like this. I'll use some of this paper for decoration on the inside or the outside on the pockets, things like that. Yep. All right. All right, we're going to just combine this set with a different envelope because my envelope fell on the floor and I thought it was, I couldn't remember why I would have that on the floor. And then I realized just now it was from this envelope I had for my paper. And, well, anyway, I'm not going to be bothered with getting it down from where I stuck it. Okay. Now, hopefully I've cleaned up the mess up here so it doesn't fall again. So what I was thinking for this is that I would just see how the paper went. All right, let's see here. All right. Oh, huh. All right, see what I see? I didn't sort of get this right. That's okay. We can snip and snip here and all will be well. Just make sure that this side is all right. Boy, I can't seem to get a grip on this piece of paper to cut it. There, that's straighter. All right. Now we're going to do a few things together so that we don't have to stop and do the same step again. So looky here. Here we are again with the end being bad. There we go. All right. Now, the one thing I did do is the first one we did, I cut down the length of the ribbon. And yeah. so that we can have a closure that's similar in size to all of them, because I did not need that big long thing that was my closure when I first started out. So I fixed that. All right, look at this. Look at this mess. All right. All right, 3.5. And 3.5. I just need a little skosh here. All right, we're gonna call that 3.5 on both sides. And I finally figured out how to put this tape on so I didn't have to reposition it after I get done gluing it. All right. All right, hang on. I've got to measure again because and we're going to call that okay. All right, so I'm going to put down one end, and then I fold it back like this, and then I can put the glue on and then fold it back over, and I'm good. Yeah, it took me, I don't know how many ones to figure that one out. I hope you're having a lovely weekend and you're crafting in your craft room and having tons of fun. All right, we're going to go like so. Then we're going to get the other one down and do it right away so I don't have to get out the glue later and redo it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a measure, not measure. And we're going to put it down like so. And we'll double check. Put it up just a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's as centerized as I can get it. And we're going to put more glue down. Put the lid on it, put it away. All right. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to use these yet or not. I might hoard them for a little bit longer. But I do like him. And I like him and him and him and... Okay, we're going to use this one and this one because they seem to be similarly matched. I might... Okay. Now, out of all of the rabbits, which one do I like best? Ooh, I like this one. Yep, like this one. And this one. And let's use this Cheshire Cat too. Okay. All right. And let's get that glue off the side of that. Try it again. Ugh. And let's see. Yep, we'll use this one here. Yep, okay. All right, instead of saving these, I'm just gonna scoop in here right away and get the last of the glue out so I can just throw this entire thing away. Because what I've noticed is that the last couple of ones I had were so dry that I couldn't reuse them. And I've been noticing that this glue stick I've had long enough where it's starting to dry out in the inside of the tube. That's not good. So that's why I'm using this particular glue stick at the moment. All right, there we go. Gross. All right, just let me get some more glue. Have a bucket full of it. All right, or a box full, not a bucket full, but yeah. Now, what I'm going to do is across the bottom, I'm going to put the black and white stickers, or not stickers, but squares of fabric. Yeah, stickers. Okay, April. A little delusional. But we are working with Alice in Wonderland, so being a little delusional is okay. Now, this is why you keep a little odd offcuts, is that you want to be able to use them for stuff like this. There we go. And then, let's see here. Okay. Oh, look at that. More. Well, you put this one here, and then we'll put a white one at the bottom. All right, then we'll put more glue down. Now this is a great way, and I didn't think of this when I started, but I've been sitting here thinking that if you don't have a lot of black and white and you have paper, like, you know, matching papers for your theme, then this is a great way to extend your fabric. I mean, I could do a half a dozen of these type journals and all in black and white checker, and I'd still have room for my I'd still have black and white fabric left over. Let's put it that way. Oh, let's use this one instead, April. And the thing is you want to keep the same type of colored fabric going, or style of fabric. So, for example, I'm using the smooth, and this is the rougher white. I'm using the smooth white, so I definitely want to keep in my fabric style. There we go. And rather than switching over to a different fabric style. And that's the best way I can describe there. What I'm trying to accomplish here. All right. Oops. All right, I don't have one of the same style, so what I'm going to do is put one down like so. What's that? Oh, haha, fabric. All right. All right, so we'll do white right here. All right, let's see. Oh, let's cut this one off here so I can use it over there. Oops. Look at me go. Let's see here. Okay. All right. All right, now that we got this side done, we got to turn it over and give it a good cut and a trim so that it's even and we're not gluing fabric to fabric rather than fabric to paper when we flip it over and do this side. Look at that mess. Look at that mess. All right. Okay, then we gotta sort of go backwards here and go to the all right, now we have to separate what we can reuse from stuff that's going in the trash. And the rest of it can go in the trash. You just gotta let go of the fabric, those scraps, man. Got to let them go. Okay. Now, it looks like I got some of the paper overhung here, and we don't want that, so we're gonna get that a trim too. All right. Now, the thing we have to make sure of is that, all right, this is down. We need to turn it so that the next set of papers going across here are in the same direction as the front pages. All right, we're gonna put him down. Put him down, and let's see here. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this. And let's see. No. Maybe we'll put this here. What do you think? All right, we're gonna go with this. And then after we get this portion of it done, then I'm going to sew all these pieces together. And I've decided I'm going to take you along with me because the way I hope to do it, because of the position of all the fabric and the papers are in the similar spots, that I don't have to do both sides, but we'll see. We'll see how that experiment goes. Okay, what I decided at the last second I was going to do is I am going to hang this piece of paper over the edge and then give it a chop. There. I was thinking about putting squares between each of these, but that would mean I'd have to do the squares a little smaller, and I don't want to have to chop smaller squares. So I'm just going to sew along those edges, and that'll be all right. All right. There. There's one way to do things. All right. Ugh. Get off my glue. Well, it looks like I'm going to be done with the black and white, and I have bags and bags and bags of black and white, but I have another project that we're going to use the white with. So that will come in a little while. I have a couple of projects in between those two projects, though. All right. Oh, about that. Gotta get the colors going right. You can't have them side by side, April. All right. So I hope this project is inspiring you to do wonderful projects in your craft room. I'd like it very much if you could like this video, hit that notification bell. So that you can be in the know when all of my videos drop, and we can let the algorithm know this is a happening channel. I would appreciate your help in that. That's where you get to participate in this video. All right. You can also participate by commenting a comment below. Asking questions if you have them. Happy to answer them in chat. I do try to get to all of my comments. In a timely manner. If I've ever missed a comment, tell me and I can go back and look and reply. I have that ability. All right. Very nice. And we're going to put a little bit more glue on this corner, and we're going to put the last white piece down. Yay. Yep, this curled under. And now we're going to trim the edges. The curly edges don't like to be cut either. Yep, true story. Okay, that means, yep, that means that I didn't glue it down very well. All right, there. This also means that this one's stuck up. Ah. All right. Lovely. Got another one done. Got one more to go. Let's get all these scraps up before we start on the last one. Now, I think we're just going to do a similar layout as last time. It was easy peasy. Can't think of any other way to do these papers and fabrics. Pretty much the same. And we're going to put him in the middle. Oh, that's right. From this side, because of the closure, we have to make sure that we there. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to do this side with 3 pieces of paper. Then what we'll do is we will oh, let's put this back with the papers, since we're temporarily done with the papers for now. And then we'll go back and do the fabric squares, and then we'll, in the next video, I will do the Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to tip the stinking camera stand. Back to being a bad videographer. Sorry about that. All right. All right. All right. And we're going to put a little bit of the seam fabric overlapping this a little bit so that I don't have to do another color down there. Ooh, bad April, bad April. All right, let's, there. Now let's get this one down there where it's supposed to go. Don't want to be a bad April. There. All right. All right. All right, see, I remembered this time not to be a bad April. Ha ha ha. Ugh. Oh, look what I did here. Oh. Bad April struck. All right, well. Why won't you lay flat? All right, next time y'all tell me if I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, okay. Let's try this again, shall we? All right. Oh, I almost did it again. Did you catch that? I almost did it again. Yeah. Bad robot. Ugh. All right, let's try this again, April. Do it right this time, why don't you? All right, that's still tacky, but I want to redo it a little bit with the glue. All right. That time I had 2 pieces of black cloth, and that's fun. Not really. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut that a little bit right there. And then we're going to do some trimming. All right, let's see here. We did that side, we did that side. We did do a little bit of that, a little bit of this. All right. All right, now let's make sure that we're going in the right direction. We've done enough wrong direction things today. All right. Ugh. Okay, April, don't mess this one up. This one goes down here. That's how you do that. That one's crooked really badly. Let's see what this one says. All right. Ugh. All right, April, get this. Boy, this one doesn't want to go down right. All right, just a couple more squares and we're finished, and then I'll let you all go for the day, and then I will set up my sewing machine for the next several videos. Do. There. Sometimes you may need to move your material just slightly to where you want it so that you can give it a good yank. Now you may notice I've got a little scrap end here that's driving me crazy. Yeah. And I need another one for the corner here. Nope, I don't like that side, so we're going to switch it. And we're going to trim. All right, we need to get that glued down. We don't want to sew that down incorrectly. Let's put the lid on this. All right. Okay, thank you so much for joining me on today's Theme Journal journey. I will, like I said, get everything set up for the sewing section, and I'll show you my thoughts on the sewing once we get there, and I hope you join me. Thank you for liking this video, sharing it with your friends, hitting that notification bell if you haven't done so already, and thank you for joining me on today's Theme Journal journey, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.